So I got a background image and I placed it onto the background layer, and when I go ahead and test my movie I could see that it's not going to work completely right. Okay, and I wanted to show you how to fix that problem. So notice that when we did our trace layer we only had a single keyframe on our timeline, and our timeline now extends to frame 82. So I need to come to the background layer, come to frame 82, and then hit the F6 key to make sure that the keyframe extends to the frame 82. So now when I test my movie I can see my car drives on my road. Now my car continuously comes in and drives on my road, and that's because our playhead rewinds itself and starts over. Now what I'd like to do to make my car use some ActionScript, I'd like it to come into the screen and then stop right in the middle, right about there. So I'm going to go to my timeline here, and I want to put some ActionScript in, but in order to do that you should always make a new layer and call it your actions layer. This is where you'll put all your actions. So I'll go ahead where the frame where I'd like some action to be, and I press the F6 key to insert a keyframe into that layer. Now I'll go to my actions frame and I'll tell my car simply to stop, which is the easiest ActionScript that you can do. So then when I test my movie, my car will roll into the middle and then stop. Notice that the wheels keep turning. If I would like the wheels to stop turning, I need to reference them. In order to reference them, I need to use my instance variable names. So let's make sure that we named our car with instance names. So I'll click on my car object. I did forget to give him an instance name, so I'll come up here and I'll call him car. I'll go ahead and double click on my car and make sure I gave my wheels names. So there's wheel 1 and there's wheel 2. In my final car instance, I now have wheel 1 and wheel 2, and each of those wheels have their own timeline. So in my actions layer, to reference those wheels, I'll need to write the instance of my car, which is car, and then a dot, and then the name of my wheel, which is wheel 1, and then a dot, and then the command I would like to happen. So now when I come back and I test my car, he rolls to the center, and then notice that wheel 1 does indeed stop. If I'd like wheel 2 to stop, remember that you named it wheel 2, so you can Control C this code, Control V, and you can tell wheel 2 to stop. Now I'd like to add some ActionScript code for my car to continue moving when they hit maybe like the space bar. So I'm going to use some code snippets to do that. I can click on my car here, come over here to the code snippets panel. I'll come over to the timeline navigation folder, and I will say actually we want event handlers, and here it is, the key pressed event. So I'll double click on that, and now I can see my key pressed event. Notice that it just has a trace line in here, which means it prints to the console output. It'll print key code pressed and then the event key code. So to figure out what key code your space bar is, go ahead and hit Control Enter. Your car will roll to the center and stop like specified. And now I can hit my space bar, and I can see here in my console output that the space bar is key code 32. I can see if I hit the left arrow that my key code is 36.